Hey everybody, we're at Boozland. This is an unofficial episode of Storied San Francisco. We are taking a short break between Season 1 and Season 2, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to introduce everyone to the lovely Michelle Kilfeather, the Storied San Francisco photographer and art director. Take it away, Michelle.
Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Kilfeather, and I do the photography for Storied San Francisco with my good friend Jeff.
And Michelle pours the drinks.
And I pour the drinks at Boozland.
That
and
lubricate this endeavor.
I'm cutting the fruit for Boozlandia.
Yeah. I wanted everyone to get a chance to get to know Michelle and kind of... you've seen her photography, but I wanted you all to understand why, before we even started this project, I asked Michelle to join me. So just a quick little bit about your background.
So I fell in love with film photography about 6 years ago, and my education is in painting and design. I've been a painter my whole life, and I've been living in San Francisco for almost 20 years now. I moved here straight out of art school, and I used to visit from Seattle.
Michelle is cutting limes while she's talking, by the way.
It's just trying not to cut my finger off.
It's the kind of badass she is.
I've had a lot of experience, so I think it'll be okay.
In recording and cutting limes at the same time.
No, not the recording part. I mean, I like to be the back, but that's okay.
But yeah, so when I got to know Michelle a little more than 2 years ago now, I guess you had just kind of gotten back into photography.
I always took photos for references for paintings, and as everything was changing in the city, and I felt desperate to document the places that I love and the community that I love before it disappears, and then all of a sudden the photos became more important or more of an art form than them eventually being paintings. And then when I found film, I just fell in love with film, that it puts you in the moment. When you take it to the dark room, it's like painting with light. And there's just something very intimate about film photography that I fell in love with. And Jeff and I used to talk all the time about the city changing and how much angst it was causing in our community. And we came up with the idea of supporting the people that live here and telling their stories and, documenting and being a part of the positive instead of the things that are getting thrown away.
Or the constant, I can't keep living here.
Yes.
I got to get out of this place that's falling apart. It's like, no, stay and do something about it. At least that's what I feel.
Yeah, trying to highlight the positive instead of always focusing on the negative. Yeah. And I have really enjoyed this project, and I'm really looking forward to second season. We've met so many interesting people, and it's so much fun to look at the photos over the year. I think we had 49 episodes.
49.
And I was able to take portraits of 40 people, and we just had all the photos printed on 2 large boards, and as a group, they look great. And so many interesting personalities and all different ways that people affect our community and put towards our community, and it's just really awesome, and it's a great thing to be a part of. Yeah,
and we'll have those up for you guys to see soon. What Michelle's talking about is she was able to shoot 40 of the 49 storytellers, and a local printer was able to put those 40 photos into 2 separate grids of 20 each. And we just saw the proofs of them, and we really think they're gonna. It really kind of visually speaks to what we've been doing as a whole this season 1.
Absolutely.
All the different personalities and all the different locations, and I have to say one of the things. So when I first approached Michelle about doing this project, I had seen some of her photographs. Obviously not of the storytellers.
Yes.
This is like the stuff that you had done and the stuff that you do on your own. And what drew me to it was that raw kind of, like, if there was a subject in the photograph, I feel like there were untold stories behind the pictures.
Yeah, that's the way I approach photography, is telling a story within a moment. Just capturing a moment in time that tells multiple stories in one frame. And my love, I'm drawn to street photography, so I love to just capture simple moments that tell a lot.
And not always
light and
not always human.
Not always human
subjects.
by any means.
To this day, one of my favorite photos of Michelle, and you'll be seeing this one as well, is the pigeons.
Yes, so I am working on the pigeons to also show at the 2-night event. I love taking pictures of pigeons. They're they persevere. Little animals that live alongside us, eating garbage and living their little life
with their misshapen
talons
and yeah.
But they are determined little animals, and they will not be put down or cast aside. I love that about the pigeons.
Well, all joking aside, though, it was really those, but also the human subjects of your photos. And so now that we've got at least 40 storytellers that you've taken photos of, our listeners have seen the photographs, and now they're going to see them all together. And I think they'll see what I see, which is just a richness of diversity and backgrounds and stories, because
I couldn't be happier with, first of all, just meeting all the personalities that we've come in contact with over the year, and listening to the stories, making a lot of friends. And when you really look at the pictures with the stories, and then take it away and look at them as a whole, as a group, it's just so interesting to see all the different facets of life, but again, under the same umbrella, the people that are artists and bartenders and business owners and people that really contribute to our community in an everyday way. And it's really awesome. I'm really...
People you might already know, people you don't know. That was kind of the whole point of season 1, was get to know your neighbor. So that's kind of where we are right now. We're taking a break between seasons, getting ready for season 2, which is going to launch on November 13th. But also in the meantime, I don't know, at least probably 6 months ago, we started talking about doing a live show. And for me, at least, the idea was, when I first moved here 18 years ago, right away I got kind of drawn into this like house party scene, but it wasn't just like a kegger party. It was always about art or music, or like there was something going on, and I feel like that's one of the things that San Francisco's missing, and that's what we're trying to
definitely
hold on to and recreate. So.
Yeah, moving here, 20 years ago, it was definitely a more welcoming place for artists. I can't imagine what it would be like now to move here with these kind of rents out of art school, if it was even be possible. And I remember when I moved here, whenever I sit down on a bar stool, which I like to do often, it would always be like, why did you move here? And there would always usually be some kind of creative endeavor or some kind of inspiration that drew people to San Francisco. And ultimately it was a welcoming atmosphere and a supporting atmosphere. And somehow along the way we have gotten out of that. So it's nice to be a part of the "we're glad you're here" instead of "why are you ruining our city?" There's different stories to be told. They're both relevant.
Yeah. So two things I just heard you mention there. And just go on a little bit more about what we're doing on November 9th and 10th with the show, but also kind of a theme of the show and a theme of the next season, which is, what is it about this place? You talked about what drew us here. And
so I'm very excited about the show. Our idea was to have a celebration for our year anniversary, and to celebrate the people that we've met and the artists, and we were lucky enough to find a really cool spot called the Smoking Nun Gallery down on 7th and Folsom, and they are all about supporting our local art scene. And so we were able to get them for the whole weekend.
And it's a great space.
It's a great space.
You guys are going to love it.
It's got a nice little bar and a DJ booth and lots of wall space. We're
Enormous walls.
Local artists, painters, photographers, graffiti artists, graphic artists. It's going to be quite the collaboration of San Francisco. Some very well-known, recognized people, and also some up-and-coming people that deserve recognition. So I'm really excited to be a part of it. And
then the next day.
Yeah. And the first night, it's going to be a DJ, which is going to be super fun. Gatsby Fastbinder and his lovely lady dancing the Flowers of the Apocalypse, Lipo. Anyway, yeah, and then the next night, Saturday night, the art will stay up, and then we're going to actually have performances. We'll have some storytellers from this season, which I'm really looking forward to, some of our favorites. And then in the evening will be some local musicians. It's a great lineup. So it's going to be a real weekend of fun. There's bar there. You'll be able to get local beer and wine. And
we just found out officially it's all ages, by the way.
Ages.
So bring your kids. Don't let that be an excuse.
Yeah, it's going to be a very eclectic crowd.
So, yeah, just a quick note about season 2. We're keeping, more or less keeping everything the same. There'll be little cosmetic changes, like the music might be a little different. Same artist. I'm looking into Otis McDonald's music. He's got a lot of new stuff, still royalty free, which I appreciate. And he's a local musician, and he's so prolific and awesome. And then Michelle, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm very. So this season, I'm also really looking forward to it. We've already got a lot of people lined up. We're gonna have some people from the show that our anniversary show that have not been on the podcast yet, which is going to be fun. For myself personally, I've been just shooting with a 50 millimeter lens, black and white, going to, what I really enjoy is going into people's worlds and their home or where they work or what they do and portraying them in that atmosphere. And I think I'm going to branch out to using some color and maybe some double exposures this season. I'm going to play with different lenses. So I'm going to be having some fun with the portraiture that I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah, and so the theme of season 2 is what is it about this place? But we're also carrying that spirit of get to know your. That's for me. It's kind of unspoken now. It's like that's just what this is get to know your neighbors.
Definitely, it's.
But we just kind of want to explore that question of a lot of us. We were either born and raised and stayed here. There's a magnetism about San Francisco, and it's true for artists as much as it is for entrepreneurs. And I just kind of want to explore what exactly it is, and it's hard to put your finger on it. It's a lot of things, and it's one thing.
Why do we stay here if we're spending all of our money on rent? There is a reason, because for me, I walk out the front door and it's inspiration everywhere, and that hasn't changed, and I don't see that changing. We've always been a gold rush town, and it might be a little hard times to hang in there, and it's hard to see friends and neighbors leave, but people are still moving here because of the art community and the inspiration. So
yeah,
we want to support those people. Keep it going.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
See you November 9th.
See you November 9th and 10th, and then you'll hear more from us. Original content-wise, on November 13th, we'll be back with.
Who are we starting with?
Season 2, Episode 1. We're not quite sure who we're going to start with, but it'll most likely be someone from the show.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we've got a couple of recordings lined up.
Yes, we had a little break to plan the party.
We needed a break.
Back to business.
We needed a break, and 49 episodes was just kind of perfect.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We'll
so we're looking forward to meeting you. in November and telling some more great stories next season.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Jeffy. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. See you later.
Bye-bye.